What is up, everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and today we will be talking about the 9 pillars, also known as the Hashira, the most powerful demon slayers in the Demon Slayer core. After the massive positive response that we got on our last Demon Slayer video, which discussed all the different breath styles and their special powers, I don't think I have another choice but to make more Demon Slayer content. I mean, I do have another choice, but I absolutely love Demon Slayers, so why wouldn't I make more, especially when so many of you wonderful space cowboys and space cowgirls have asked me to do just that. In episode 21 of the Demon Slayer anime, we finally got to meet the fearsome pillars, and in this video, for your convenience, I will be breaking down all of their characteristics and backstories, as well as their unique powers and abilities. I hope that you will find it useful to have all of this info right here in one place, so let's get to it. If you enjoy the Demon Slayer content on this channel and you'd like to see more, please leave a like to let me know. And if you're new to AnimeUproar, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar for all the latest anime news and updates. And finally, this video will contain some manga spoilers about character backstories and their powers, since not all of them have been introduced properly in the anime as of the making of this video. However, this video will not contain spoilers about what happens to these characters later on in the story. We are sticking strictly to their backstories, personality, and powers. The 9 pillars are the elite warriors of the Demon Slayer core and the most powerful of all the Demon Slayers. For example, we've all seen that our boys Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke have some serious skills and significant strength. And Nezuko-chan is also an impressive warrior. But during the fight against Rui, one of the weakest of the 12 demon moons, Tanjiro, Nezuko, Inosuke, and Zenitsu almost died. And they almost certainly would have died if Giyu, the water pillar, hadn't shown up. And not only did Giyu show up, he was able to take care of Rui in just one shot, which gives us a good idea about how powerful the pillars actually are when compared to the lower ranked demon slayers like Tanjiro and the crew. So since I already mentioned Giyu, and since he was the first of the pillars that was introduced to us in the series, let's kick things off with him. Giyu Tomioka makes his appearance in episode 1 of the anime and chapter 1 of the manga. He was the demon slayer who tried to kill Nezuko after she became a demon, but he decided to let her live when he saw how committed she was to protecting her human brother Tanjiro, even though she had already become a demon. Giyu sensed that there was something different about Nezuko, and he took a big risk by letting her live. Giyu decided to lead Tanjiro and Nezuko to his former master Sakonji Urokodaki, and he wrote a letter to Urokodaki asking him to train Tanjiro to become a demon slayer. From what we know so far, Giyu seems to be one of the strongest demon slayers in the entire Demon Slayer core, including the pillars. However, he often feels cold and distant in terms of his personality. We find out later that this is due to his tragic past. Much like Tanjiro, Giyu's family was slain by demons when he was young, but Giyu survived because he was protected by his sister. This is probably why, despite his demon slayer instincts, he ultimately decided to spare Nezuko after seeing her bond with Tanjiro. After his family was killed by demons, Giyu was alone in the world and he went through a lot of hardship. When he was 13 years old, Giyu met a boy named Sabito and they became friends. They would both train in the Breath of Water swordsmanship style under Sakonji Urokodaki, and they would go on to take the final selection exam together. During the exam, Giyu was injured by a demon and his life was actually saved by Sabito. Giyu lost consciousness, and when he woke up, he realized that he had survived the exam, but his friend Sabito had not. Sabito died during the selection exam. It isn't hard to see why Giyu is so cold and distant most of the time when we consider everything he had to go through. If you would like to know more about Giyu's specific breath style and all his fighting powers and abilities, along with the abilities of the other pillars and demon slayers, you can check out my all 15 battle styles in Demon Slayer Explained video, where I go into great detail about all the different unique powers that the demon slayers use to defeat the demons. I will link that video down in the description and also at the end of this video. Next up, let's talk about one of the best and also scariest waifus that this series has to offer. And of course, I'm talking about Shinobu Kocho. I'll also tie in her sister Kanae since the two of them have the same backstory and Kanae is a very important part of Shinobu's life. Shinobu is the insect pillar, while Kanae is the flower pillar. When they were young, their parents were slaughtered by demons before their very eyes, but the current stone pillar, Gyomei Himejima, arrived just in time to save Shinobu and Kanae. Both sisters swore to become demon slayers so that they could fight back against the monsters that killed their parents. The two sisters are great characters with impressive skill and intellect, but there is still something a bit off-putting about Shinobu in particular. While Kanae seems to be very kind, Shinobu definitely has a sadistic side, as seen during the epic battle against Rui and the Spider family. Nevertheless, the sisters appear to be kind people overall. They saved Tsuyuri from slavery by buying her from her master and then training her to become a demon slayer on the Butterfly Estate. Tsuyuri later took the same final selection exam as Tanjiro and Zenitsu, and she was the only woman who passed that specific test. Shinobu Kocho's Breath of Insect style is a derivative of the Flower Breath style and by extension of the Breath of Water style. Because she lacks brute physical strength, Shinobu's fighting style focuses on combining stabs, thrusts, shallow cuts, and slashes with poison. That way she can take down an opponent without cutting him down with physically powerful slashes. Again, for more detail on her unique powers and abilities, check out the Every Battle Style video, link in the description. Now let's talk about Gyomei Himejima, the stone pillar of the Demon Slayer Corps. This man is absolutely massive, and he actually stands at over 7 feet tall. Gyomei is the strong silent type, so we don't know a whole lot about his personality, but we do know that he is blind and that he appears to cry a lot for unspecified reasons. Before he became a pillar, Gyomei was raised inside a temple along with 9 other orphan children. The area around the temple was known for demon attacks, and one day one of the orphan children crossed paths with a demon. In order to save his own life, the orphan offered to lead the demon to the other 9 orphans in exchange for his own life. Gyomei tried to lead all the children to safety, but because he was blind and perceived as weak by the others, most of the children didn't trust Gyomei to protect them and they all ran off on their own. Sadly, this was a mistake, as all the children were killed by the demon except for Sayo, the only one who actually stayed with Gyomei. Once the demon eventually caught up to Gyomei and Sayo, he managed to injure Gyomei by cutting him across the forehead, and he still has that scar today. But Gyomei was able to counterattack and defeat the demon by beating him over and over again until the sun came up. Gyomei was then falsely accused of killing the children himself since the demon's body had evaporated, but thankfully he was saved by Oyakata-sama and recruited into the Demon Slayer Corps. He eventually became the stone pillar of the Demon Slayer Corps, and in chapter 134 of the manga, Tanjiro and Inosuke state that Gyomei is the strongest of all the demon slayers right now, including the pillars. When he fights, Gyomei uses chained axes and a spiked flail instead of a sword. Then we have the flame pillar, Kyojuro Rengoku, who is known for his commitment to honor and duty as a warrior. He is the son of Shinjuru Rengoku, the former flame pillar, and he succeeded his father to that position after his father stepped down. Kyojuro's father is demanding and harsh, but Kyojuro has a good heart and he is committed to protecting those who happen to be weaker than himself. This is a value that his mother instilled in him when he was still a child, and he believes that the fact that he was blessed with strength means that he has the duty to help those who were not born with as much strength as him. As his pillar name suggests, Kyojuro uses the Breath of Flame style, which allows him to infuse his attacks with powerful flames that can deal an incredible amount of damage to opponents. And they can even scorch the terrain all around him. Next up, we have the kawaii killer, Mitsuri Kanroji, the love pillar of the Demon Slayer Corps. She was born with unnatural strength and strange pink hair, and these features made her an outcast. In fact, she was seen as so strange that she couldn't be married off to anyone. She tried her best to fit in at first and to hide her unique features, but she eventually decided that she would embrace her eccentricities. She joined the Demon Slayer Corps and rose all the way to the status of a pillar. She decided that she would not marry anyone who was weaker than her, but this leaves her options quite limited because as a pillar, she is one of the strongest characters in the series. Mitsuri's fighting style involves a wide variety of acrobatic moves that other people cannot hope to duplicate. And she is known for naming her breath forms with reference to kitties, such as Lovely Kitty Shower and Kitty Paw Love Breeze. For more on all her known moves and abilities, you can check out the previously mentioned Battle Styles video. Now let's talk about Tengen Uzui, the Sound Pillar. He is a muscular guy with eccentric tendencies. He wants everything he does to be noticed and admired by others, and he proudly states that he loves to be flamboyant. He has at times been shown to be so focused on his missions that he neglects to act with courtesy towards other people, such as when he tried to kidnap a bunch of girls from the Butterfly Estate so that he could use them for his mission. But nevertheless, he grew up in a shinobi family, so he is trained as a shinobi, which makes him extremely fast and an incredibly powerful warrior. His breath of sound is a style that is derived from the breath of thunder. Similar to echolocation, Uzui is capable of deconstructing an opponent's movements into bass sounds, analyzing the sounds, and identifying openings based on those sounds. He can then go on to exploit those openings with devastating consequences. Next up we have Orochimaru. I mean Obanai Iguro, the Snake Pillar. Obanai is ruthless to anyone who breaks the Demon Slayer laws, and he is a very strict teacher. He deeply distrusts Tanjiro and Nezuko because he considers Nezuko's continued existence as a demon to be a blatant violation of the Demon Slayer laws. He is in love with Mitsuri, the Love Pillar, and who can blame the guy? Sadly, Obanai does not have the confidence to confess his feelings to Mitsuri, so she seems to be largely oblivious to the true nature of his feelings. Obanai uses the Breath of Serpent style, a derivative of the Breath of Water, which emphasizes fast serpentine movements. Then we have the Wind Pillar, Sanemi Shinazugawa. Sanemi is covered in scars across his face and chest, and much like our boy Inosuke, Saneki can be very hot-blooded and impulsive. However, you could argue that Sanemi takes these traits to another level as he seems to lack empathy and is always itching for a fight. Sanemi comes from a broken home. His father was abusive and he was forced to kill his own mother after she turned into a demon and began killing her own children. Sanemi was traumatized by this experience and he set out on a reckless demon hunting spree. Since he didn't even know about Nichiren blades, he would seek out demons, find a way to restrain them, and then wait for the sun to come out and destroy them that way. He could have easily been killed while using this reckless strategy, but as Sanemi later acknowledges, he managed to survive due to a heavy dose of luck. Sanemi possesses Marechi, a rare blood type that the demons find especially desirable and intoxicating. The scent of his blood is so intoxicating that it is able to distract demons, and this gives Sanemi an opening to take them out. Sanemi eventually met a demon slayer by the name of Masachika Kumeno, and this demon slayer persuaded Sanemi to join the demon slayer corps. Sanemi's Breath of Wind style is believed to be distantly related to Inosuke Breath of the Beast style, so presumably Breath of Wind also enhances the user's sense of touch. And of course, Breath of Wind allows Sanemi to infuse his attacks with various wind-based powers, including whirlwinds and tornadoes. Finally, we have the Mist Pillar, Muichiro Tokito. He is short with long black and green hair, and he is known for having his head in the clouds most of the time. He is always wandering off and he seems unable to focus on any one single thing at a time. With that said, when Muichiro faces a serious battle, he shows himself to be a fierce and powerful fighter. Like many children in the world of Demon Slayer, Muichiro lost his parents at a very young age and he and his twin brother Yuichiro were left to fend on their own. One night they were attacked by a demon and Yuichiro lost his arm defending his brother. Muichiro flew into a rage and he destroyed the demon with every tool that he could find, and he continued to destroy him again and again until the sun came up. Once the demon was finally defeated, Muichiro returned to the house to tend to his brother, but ultimately his brother died as a result of the encounter with the demon. This traumatic experience led to Muichiro losing his memories and taking on some of the personality traits of his brother Yuichiro. Muichiro's Breath of Mist style is a derivative of the Breath of Wind, and his swordsmanship style is highly technical with clear similarities to Japanese martial arts like Iaido. And those are the 9 Demon Slayers who are the current pillars at the beginning of the Demon Slayer series. Along with them, we've also met some former pillars, including Kyojuro Rengoku's father Shinjuro, the former Flame Pillar, and Jigoro Kuwaijima and Sakonji Urokodaki, the former Thunder and Water Pillars, respectively. Jigoro is Zenitsu's master, and Sakonji is of course the mentor of Tanjiro and Giyu. The former Thunder Pillar Jigoro is a short man who had 2 pupils. One of his pupils could only learn the first form of the Breath of Thunder, and the other could learn all except the first. Jigoro was loving, but always expected the best from his students. he wouldn't accept them giving up or giving anything less than their maximum effort. However, he was also understanding of his students' shortcomings. He even told Zenitsu that if he could only learn one form of the Breath of Thunder style, then he should work hard until he becomes the master of that one form. And of course, Sakonji Urokodaki is the Tengu mask wearing former water pillar. He has trained many pupils over the years, and he lost some of them to the final selection test. He is slow to warm to other people, but he shows a love for his students that is deep and profound. The moment where Tanjiro returns from the test and Urokodaki drops everything to run after him and hug him is one of the highlights of this series for me. The moment itself is so simple, but the situation just has so much weight to it, and it is definitely one of the most powerful moments in the series. I also found it amazing to learn that in order to get the Demon Slayer Corps to agree to letting Nezuko live, both Urokodaki and Giyu agreed to commit seppuku if Nezuko ever ended up hurting an innocent person. That is how much faith these two have in Tanjiro and Nezuko, and I find that truly heartwarming. And that is it for our video on all 9 pillars and their powers. For more specific info on everyone's breath style, feel free to check out the all 15 battle styles explained video, link in the description. Please let me know down in the comments who is your favorite out of the 9 pillars and why. Personally, I'm a pretty big fan of Giyu. I love the fact that despite being calm and cold on the outside, he showed such trust in Tanjiro and Nezuko that he was willing to place his own life on the line for them. That is really powerful, especially when we look back to Giyu in episode 1 and chapter 1 and how all of this started. If you enjoyed the Demon Slayer content on this channel and you want to see more, you can leave a like to let me know. And if you're new to AnimeUproar, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. A big shout out to my friend Axellian for helping me with this video, with the research, and also with the visual editing. Working with him has been a pleasure. Please check out his channel, link in the description, and show him some love. He just made a new video on Angel Beats, which is an anime that I adore, and I really enjoyed the video, so definitely check him out. I want to give a big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons for supporting our work and making our videos possible. A special thank you to all of our Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, and Angel Cruz. An epic thank you to all of our The One tier patrons, the ones who stand above all other clans, including Baby Ray, Ace, Ingrata, Alolan Adam, Maddie Mac, Makotakun, and Keelan. And finally, at the pinnacle of interdimensional greatness, a tier reserved only for legends. A massive thank you to Reagan Harrison and Lord Nuxanor, disciples of Lord Twigo himself. If you enjoy our videos and you think they provide value for you, consider supporting us on Patreon, link in the description. Even a single dollar will give you access to our exclusive patron-only Discord, and your name will appear in our videos along with these amazing people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.